James Brewer with Envision Wealth Planning is here joining us today to talk about thinking of 2017, planning for the future. Specifically, what happened in 2016 that maybe we didn't get so lucky with, and thinking about 2017, what should we be doing?
Well, thanks for having me today. I think the key before we start doing any forward planning is to figure out, well, what happened to us last year? Did we have the same outcomes that we expected? And that could be from your saving, your spending, or those goals that you had at the beginning of the year that actually didn't occur. Hopefully there were some good news as well, and we should celebrate those.
So we want to clarify goals.
Absolutely. So now, for a lot of people, I find that they say things like, well, I'm going to start saving for college, or I'm going to start saving for retirement, maybe even having a emergency cash reserve. But what they don't do is move to the next level of saying, okay, let's create an objective. Like maybe even by 6 months in the year, I want to have 2 months of expenses. Just something that might work for you. Even for that college planning, that rather than saying for college, I actually need to go and find a calculator, or what I still feel is finding a certified financial planner, some type of college planner to help you figure out where you should be investing your money. Maybe it's a 529 plan, but how much money do you actually want to provide in 20 years, or whatever the time period is that you need? And finally, retirement, which is, well, how much income do I want? Too many people don't even think about the income, they just worry about savings.
So these specific bullet points are all part of our working plan, and something that we're living through in the 2017, and actually going forward into the future as well.
Yes.
So as far as habits that would help us not only make that plan, but actually live it, what would you suggest?
Well, first, one needs to check themselves. Are you just naturally good at making goals and objectives for yourself and living through those? Maybe you're not. For some of us, you may even have some friends that generally they spend like you spend. Some people are lucky and they save like you save, but more people I find spend like you spend. If they're not going to be aligned with your same goals, maybe you need to find a set of folks that are more in line with what you want to do in the future. I also find that, if you are planning, too many people forget about the foundation. So, we're talking about behaviors at first, but if you don't have a plan for the what ifs, is your life insurance or disability, should something happen, would those goals continue for you and those people that you love? Do you have an estate plan? So, unfortunately, I know some people who lost some people last year, and yet, even in the case of Prince, didn't have a plan. So that's something we need to make sure that we have a plan in case something happens, so the other goals and objectives that we set for ourselves can continue.
And of course, it's a living document. We have to be always looking at where our situation is, and if events happen, unfortunate ones or maybe fortunate ones.
That's true. We always want to have the fortunate, because it's a positive year, right? Not a negative one. Just make sure that you do hedge against those what ifs.
James, thanks for joining us today.